Good morning. So today's assignment is going to be a little bit different than what most assignments have been, similar to yesterday. So today you guys are going to pretend that you are opening up your own art store or art gallery. Um, as a ceramic artist. So you're gonna put like your work on display. So today we're gonna do two things. You're gonna design your logo for your place. So here is mine. Cool's Creation Station. So you can draw on paper. I'm not finished with this. I still got a little bit of work to do. You can design it if you have Photoshop or Illustrator or any drawing app on your computer if you want to try to make one on Word. It needs to be nice though. For inspiration, you can look up different businesses and different art galleries and what their logos look like. That's totally fine. Just don't copy someone's, make up your own. The second thing, we're going to talk about artist signatures. So, artist signatures are, your signature on your art. So in ceramics, they are typically stamps. So you would have this stamp that after you made your work, you would take it, push it in on the bottom, and then your work would have your signature on it. Instead of having to draw it or carve in it every time. And typically the logo has something to do with like um, their brand. You're making a brand for yourself. So on Canvas, I've put a few examples of different types of stamps. It could be just your initials if you want it to be. It could be your full name, like signed out. It could have a little doodle with it too to make it even like extra. So what you're going to do for that is you're going to actually create a stamp. So I have the start of mine here. For mine, I've just mixed together a couple tablespoons of flour, some salt, and then I just added in drops of water at a time until I've gotten this like dough-like consistency here. So I would, for mine, have it in like a ball to start with like this. And then I want a handle on mine, so I'm going to kind of roll it out in a V, kind of. It's a little gloopy. And then I would flatten the end. You can do it by tapping it on your palm on a table. And then I'm going to let this harden for a bit. And then I would, on this flat surface here, carve in what I wanted my design to be. Now, when you do this, you have to realize that your stamp actually has to be backwards. Because when you go to press it in, it goes the other way. So if you don't flip your design, your name's going to be on there backwards. For this project, if you don't want to do the flipping since we're not going to actually use it, that is totally fine. If you do want to save it and use it, and if you have ceramics next year, you can totally do that. Instead of, having to carve your name in each time, we can do that too. Make sure that it's legible in there though, because it is, your assignment. If you don't want to use flour and water, if you have clay, feel free to use clay. If you have Play-Doh, that's another option. You can also, if you have one of those pink erasers, you can carve out half of an eraser with your signature. That's totally fine too. So one thing with stamps too, if you want your name to be indented in the clay, then your name would have to pop out of the surface. If you want your name to pop out of the surface, then your name would be like carved a hole into the stamp. So that way when you press it in, the clay presses up into it. If you guys have any questions or need help with designs, let me know and I will gladly help you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.